Roundup. It is so great to see you. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out with me. I gotta say, for my live friends, thank you for getting here nice and early. I actually checked in on the live stream when I put it up about like 30 minutes ago and saw that 6 of you guys were already hanging out in the live chat. Got it all queued up, ready to go. So it's great to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, a wonderful week. Let me just get scrolling through the comments and see what I've missed, because clearly there's a bunch of them. And of course, for my friends who are watching this on replay, thank you for taking the time to come check out what we are all about here today. Joshua, great to see you. Kyle, Odell, always wonderful. Rafat, great to see you too, my friend. Jim, I see we got John Strader tuning in from Northeast Ohio. John Sadari, great to see you. Lots of Johns in here today. Always wonderful to see you guys. Let's see. And yep, you always know, Odell. I'm always popping in. Like I said, check everything out. I always like to see ahead of time what we're getting into today if I can. And ooh, I love where we're going. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for hanging out. So, man, this week, it's been a good one. We've been really hitting the ground and just running. Bunch of stuff that we're doing behind the scenes right now to get ready for new music releases and press and tour and all that sort of good stuff. It's a long list, but it's a good list. And so we've just been trucking through, ticking off all the fun things on the to-do list that we need to get done, coordinating the band and everything, because we're coming, I can't believe we're not even a month away now from starting rehearsals, y'all. The time is flying, but I'm also super excited about it. To get band rehearsals started and everything, planning some of the stuff I want to do for tour vlogs to post here on YouTube and everything. It's been a very, like I said, busy but productive week so far. So I hope you guys are in the same place. You are got all your ducks in a row. Life's feeling good. But yeah, let's see. I want to answer some of your guys' questions. I see Brian asked, any Supercross events in the future? At the current moment, I do not have any additional Supercross events on my calendar. However, if you want to go recap, rewatch some of my performances or vlogs from the ones that I did this year, I did Anaheim 2 as well as the Glendale Supercross race earlier this season. You can go to this channel right here that I'm broadcasting from and check out those archived videos there too. So, like I said, nothing coming up here in the future, that kind of bums me out. But like I said, we're dealing with tour and new music releases and all that sort of good stuff. So, you know, I'm having a ton of fun watching this season, though. I just have to say, been having a lot of fun watching everything. I think it's been really intriguing and interesting to see all that's going on, especially in the 450 class, with everybody kind of like switching around and the races. It was a Triple Crown this past weekend, so it was really cool to see like Tomac get back up on the podium and do really well, and there was some interesting crashes and things that went down. So if you're a race fan, you probably know what I'm talking about, but if not, make sure to go jump over to the NBC Peacock app and go like catch up on all the stuff that's been happening. It's a really fun event to be a part of, and I love working with Supercross. So hopefully in the near future we get the opportunity to do some work with them again. Magic Tricks, I'd love to see that your magic show went great and the escape too. Everyone got out of their seats to see it. That's awesome. I love that. I remember you talking about that last week, how you had that big magic show. So it's great to see you back here, my friend. I'm so glad that your event went really well. I love to hear that. It was also a very eventful weekend for myself, as Saturday was my birthday. So I got to celebrate that with my friends and family, which was a blast. We did roller coasters and all sorts of fun stuff like mini golf. It was a very fun filled day. And then of course Sunday was Easter. So for my friends who celebrated Easter this past weekend, I hope you had a very wonderful Easter holiday. As I see John just asked how my Easter was. My Easter was beautiful. I had a really lovely Easter. We went to service in the morning and then got to spend the rest of the day with the family, and honestly I couldn't have asked for a better better Easter personally. So I hope you guys had a really awesome time. Now I have to ask, in the lieu of Easter holiday and stuff, is your family a little crazy like mine, where we don't just do little Easter egg hunts for like the little kids? So that's always really fun to watch. We always get a good laugh out of that. But we also do an Easter egg hunt for the adults. And let me tell you, that got competitive. That got real competitive. That was like a WWE SmackDown at my aunt's house. Oh my goodness. It was just rabid adults on the hunt for some Easter eggs. I gotta tell you, I thought I was quick, but man, my brother, my cousin, they were going at it. Like, they were just zoom, 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 ping ponging all around. But we had a blast. If you guys are crazy like we are and do hunts for everybody, I would love to know. Or even if you're in the like Easter basket gang and stuff like that, I'd love to know that too. I personally love that for us with the adults in the Easter egg hunts and stuff. I always think it's really fun. I think everybody deserves to have some fun and like kind of experience that childlike joy if they want to be a part of it. Obviously, if you didn't want to be elbowed in the face over an Easter egg, you probably wouldn't want to be a part of it. But just the overall general gist and energy of it, I think it's always super fun. So I'd love to see what you guys got going on. And thank you for all the happy birthday wishes and stuff. Like I said, it was really lovely. I had a ton of fun. I laughed so much because we just truly had such an amazing time. So thank you for that. Odell says it's been raining and snowing here, and it will be doing that till tomorrow. Man, we didn't get any, like, obviously snow. I'm in Arizona right now, but we definitely got rain. It was probably the rainiest Easter I've ever had, and I think it's probably the only time I've been made to go look for stuff in the pouring rain. But you know what? I was going to troop it out. I was like, rain, shine, I don't care. We're going to have some fun today. So yeah, I feel that. And for those of y'all who are dealing with the crazy weather and the snow and all that sort of hoopla, it's not even fun stuff, it's just hoopla. I hope that you guys are staying safe and everything. And of course, warm too, because whoo-wee, cold enough to snow. Ugh, gotta love it. Let's see. And Jim, yes, I did get to spend Easter with my family because, yes, last year I was already doing shows, and good memory. I was in Colorado last year for Easter. That was, whew, yeah, that was a trip. That was a true trip. I gotta say, I love my mom. She was bummed that we weren't able to spend the holiday together. So she sent us all like these mini versions, these bus-friendly size like Easter baskets. It was the cutest thing. We had a blast though with everybody. It's always so interesting to see, you know, with tour seasons and stuff, how they all turn out. Because in some years we're able to do some stuff in the springtime before we go out for a big summer run, and that's always interesting. I've celebrated my birthday on the road before. I actually celebrated my 21st birthday when we were out, and we had a show that day and everything, and it was honestly so much fun. But I've celebrated a couple different Easters out on the road and everything too. So, you know, you never know what you're gonna get. This year I was very fortunate, especially because they were all on the same weekend, to spend my birthday as well as Easter with my family. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But it's always fun too when we're able to, you know, swing and do a little special holiday fun while we're out on the road as well. So it just makes it different. You know what I mean? Just makes it different. And Odell, it's funny that you say because of the weather, my garden will look great this year, because I will tell you, at the current moment, it is beautiful. Like, it is drop dead gorgeous. My garden, I was looking at her the other day. Everything's got like blooms on it. A lot of stuff's coming in. And if y'all remember from the last time I did a little like pan around tour of my garden, I have an artichoke plant in there. It's finally at that point where it's got a sprout on it. But I will tell you, we've all been kind of blown away. This thing is ginormous. It went from just being like a couple leaves and stuff to now it's like its own big old bush. You could probably hide a body underneath it or something. Like, it's gigantic, but it's got its first little stalk like growing right in the dead center of it, and it's so cute. And I'm like, this is gonna be the biggest artichoke ever. It's loving it. All my herbs are loving it. Like I said, my pepper plants and tomatoes and all that sort of good stuff, like, it's just pop. It's just sparkling, and I am so here for it. And I had to ask you guys, because we ended up talking about this the other day. So last year's adventures, you know, they ended up winding down a road where I basically saved a mint plant from the brink of death on tour. Everybody else wanted to throw Minty, my lovely little mint plant, away. We were in Iowa when we got her. They just like wanted, like, I used it for tea, the people used it for drinks, and then they were like, yeah, we'll just throw it away. I was like, what do you mean throw it away? This is a plant. Like, we're gonna take care of it, and I'm gonna do everything in my darn power to make sure that it lives until I can get it in the ground at home, because I know that my mint plant that I already had is the hardiest thing since cockroaches out there, and it'll do great. And everybody's like, you're crazy. And we planted Minty in the ground, and now she's her own bush in her own right. She's gigantic. She's out of control. Honestly, it's hard to tame her, but it was there. But we got to talking about it the other day, and I was like, I really loved having like a plant on the road. I thought it was not, you know, I can't bring my dogs or nothing, so my plants are like the next best thing. So what I'm trying to get at here is I would love to know if you guys had any preferences on a travel-friendly plant that could be like the bus plant on the road this year. If you had any good ideas on plants that, one, probably travel well, but also like would just be fun to see grown in a pot on the bus. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, because I am already looking at like some different herbs and stuff, and I have some different ideas in my head on how I want to do it. But I'd love to see what your guys' thoughts are. All right. And let's see, John, I only have my other brother. As far as how many siblings do I have? And absolutely not. They do not play music. I am the only one in my family who is musically inclined in any way, shape, or form. I don't have any other musicians, artists, just anything in that creative realm in my family, which is really interesting, because now that I'm thinking about it, everybody else is doing stuff like IT, you know, engineering, insurance, like very science, STEM, mathematical kind of things. And that's so not my vibe. I really did not love math, especially, or, you know, some of the certain sciences and whatnot growing up. I was really the only one that was like, I love art and I love the arts and I'm gonna do a career in the arts. So yeah, it's funny where roads lead. But no, nobody else is musically inclined in the family. I kind of wish they were some days, because I think it'd be fun to, you know, have like a family jam session and stuff like that. But you know what? It's all good. Everybody's got their own talents, and it all kind of balances out at the end of the day, because we always provide something that somebody else in the group can't, you know? So it makes it to where we can all help each other out at the end of the day. So let's see. Kyle, do I have the same band members this year? So actually, funny you ask, I actually have an entirely new band this year, between people's schedules and life circumstances and stuff like that. Unfortunately, my previous players were not available to come out on tour with me this year, so I have an entirely new lineup of musicians for you guys to meet and get to know as we go through this tour this year. So I'm very excited for you guys to be introduced to them and everything. They don't come in for rehearsals until the end of the month, so around that time you should start seeing them pop up on social media and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, we have a whole new band for y'all this year, and like I said, we are working on the show already, building it, getting everybody ready for in-person rehearsals and stuff. So I can't wait for you guys to meet them. They're a very fun group, so it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a really great year, and like I said, all new players. Can't wait for you guys to meet them. Let's see. Susan, great to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Let's see. And then, okay, I love that we are like back on the topic of plants. Everybody's like, don't let anyone throw away your road plants this year. I know, I feel that. Lane wanted to like throw Minty out the door, and it was really one circumstance that he really was like, just throw it away, because she was sitting on the counter in her little travel container. We bought her from the grocery store, y'all. It wasn't anything crazy, but she tipped over and some of her pot and soil ended up on the counter because he was trying to do something, and he was like, just throw it away. And I was like, you touch that mint plant, I will smack you down. I will just smack you down. Don't touch it. Do not touch it. So yeah, let's see. Odell, it's funny you say that. I do have a jalapeno plant in my garden. And it is so much fun. It is so much fun. It actually is probably one of my best producing plants. I found this one at a grocery store as well. But it looked amazing. You know, like you just see certain plants and you're like, wow, this is astonishing. It was one of those. So I snatched her up, put her in the ground. She has given me jalapenos since like November. Okay, she's doing great, and it's coming on back. It is coming on back to be jalapeno season. Also, I don't know if any of y'all knew this. A little fun fact for you today. A fully ripened jalapeno is red. Did you know that? I did not know this. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know it, but I didn't know that until I got my own jalapeno plant. A fully ripened, like true ready to pick, mature jalapeno is bright red. And the reason why people usually pick them while they're green is so they're not as spicy, because a fully red jalapeno it's also insanely spicy. So if you didn't know that, now you do. Oh my goodness. Let's see. And yeah, all right, cool. I'm glad to see everybody doing well. I caught up with the comments, y'all. I've absolutely caught up, and I see we're all saying hello to Miss Kiki. Everybody give her a little wave. She's been such a fun and integral member of my team over these years that it's just extremely fun. And she also runs Ion Indie Global Magazine. So if you are a fan of just concert photography, like finding new independent artists to support, and even seeing some cool like behind the scenes stuff from even bigger concerts, please go check them out. Ion Indie is celebrating its 10-year anniversary, so even better yet, I know she's got some big stuff planned for the 10-year anniversary issue. So if you haven't checked out the magazine before, it's all online. It's totally free for you to go check out, and I would highly encourage you to. And I'll make sure I'll link somewhere in the comments or in the description after the broadcast is all done for you guys to go check that out. Let's see. And yeah, no, I feel you, Jim. I like a little heat. I like a little spice. I'm not a super spicy gal. Just never have been. Probably never will be. The other people in my family though, holy cow. My brother's the kind that could eat like ghost pepper wings and like all that sort of stuff. I like to enjoy my food and not cry over it. You know what I mean? There was one time I ended up at a farmer's market up in Black Canyon City here in the lovely state of Arizona. Odell, hold on. I'm getting to my story here. I was at a farmer's market in Black Canyon City at Rock Springs Cafe in Arizona, and I was coming down from a press interview. Like I did a bunch of radio station stuff because of an event I was doing. There was this whole array of salsas and chips for you to test. So me, being the foodie that I am, can't say no to chips and salsa. I just started going. And for the most part, like, these things were labeled, right? And like sections too. It was kind of like the really, really spicy stuff was together, and then like the more mild. So I thought I was safe. Well, I got to this one salsa. It hurts me to think about it. And its little sign had fallen down, okay? And I was just like, oh, all the other salsas around it have been like mild, not anything too crazy. I'm just gonna, I didn't even think about it. I just scooped it, I just ate it. I took the biggest bite of what ended up being ghost pepper salsa, like chunks of ghost pepper, and instantly regretted it. Instantly regretted it. It felt like somebody had just blasted a great big old ball of fire right here in my chest. And I was so sad because there was nothing around. There was no water. There was no milk. Like, there was just nothing around in this farmer's market for me to try to cut how spicy it was. And the gal who was running the stalls was sitting there cutting sweet corn, and she felt so bad. She was like, I don't know if this is even going to help, but here's some sweet corn for you, Ashley. You know, try, maybe eat some of this, maybe it would help. It didn't. So I had to drive the other, 30 minutes to an hour into town, just with this big old spicy ball of sadness right here in my chest. And even then, by the time I got home, it had just like tore away everything in my soul. That, an hour plus later, drinking milk just didn't help. And I regretted it for the next 24 hours, y'all. It was so sad. But, it works out. Yeah, no, I feel you, Jim. How was there absolutely zero beverages at this farmer's market? I don't know. But just in my good old-fashioned Wineland luck, there was none. There was none whatsoever. Like I said, struggle bus. Absolute struggle bus. And that was before I started carrying my emotional support water. So, gotta love it. Got to love it. If you guys have any fun stories that you would like to share, especially if it involves spicy things, I'd love to hear them, just to know, like, I'm not alone. But I see a bunch of you guys really love spicy things in the comments. So, you know what? I'll pass it along to you guys. You can have all the spicy stuff that you want. You just keep me out of it, okay? Just keep me out of it. Man, it's just been crazy. If you guys have anything fun going on this weekend, I would love to know about it, see what you guys are looking forward to. I know we are at that like hump day mark. Of course, if you're watching this anywhere outside of like the United States and stuff, the chances of you already being into your Thursday, if you're watching this live, are probably very high. But right now it's Wednesday where I'm at. So we're at just that little hump day mark, heading on to that fast speed down to the weekend, and I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward to it. It's just, I want it to be one of those weekends, where you just don't really plan anything, and you get to chill, and you get to have some fun, and just relax a little bit. That's what I'm looking forward to, just vegging out. If you guys have any unique, different, just good ways that you love to decompress and stuff, I would love to hear it. Obviously, Saturdays are Supercross days for your girl here, so I'm looking forward to watching the races this weekend. But I don't know. I also love my games too, so maybe she has some time for like some video games or maybe some board games. We'll find out. We will find out. I also love reading and stuff like that too, but if you guys have any like thing that you love to do, and you're like, yes, I just want to take this time for myself and just let loose, lay low. I'd love to hear what you guys do to, like I said, decompress. Let's see. Oh, look at all these. Okay, what do I think about the eclipse coming up next week is what Jose asked, because a couple of y'all were like, hey, eclipse on Monday? Honestly, clearly, based off of my response, I haven't thought about it a whole lot. I knew it was coming up and everything, so I don't even know in my own area when it's supposed to be coming around. I certainly would like to not necessarily look at it per se, but I would be cool even just like being outside when it happens. Yeah, as Kyle's like, you should probably get a pair of solar glasses if you want to look at it, which 100%, yeah, totally get that. But you know, like I said, I don't necessarily need to like see it. You know what I mean? Like the whole that part, I don't know. Doesn't do a whole lot for me. I think it's cool though to be outside and like totally and just like see how it gets dark and stuff all of a sudden. That like and everywhere around and see what it looks like. I think that's cool. Obviously, I'm not a huge astrology person. You know, I've never been super into like space, NASA, that sort of thing. I got a major appreciation for it and all the stuff that they do. But it's never been one of those things that I got like particularly geeky about. So I think it's gonna be fun. I know a couple people who are planning like big trips and stuff around going to look at it and everything. So I know it's a big deal. And if you guys are like, yes, stars, eclipses, let's go. I'd love to hear what it is about it that just like get you excited. If you have any plans, if you're going on like a camping trip and stuff, I know my good friends over at Campgrounds of America, the KOA campgrounds, every campground has got like some sort of special activity going on in preparation for the eclipse. So if you guys got anything cool like that going on, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. Let's see. And Jay, I love your response to all this talk about the eclipse. Just Star Wars for me. I love that. Honestly, though, same. When it comes to like actual real science stuff and the stars and space, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm not a total geek about it, but you throw in some Star Wars, you throw in some Star Trek, all of a sudden, let me put on my glasses. The nerd's coming out, okay? We are gonna have the best conversations. Let's see. Bryce is like, I won't even be able to see it in Wyoming, which that totally does stink. Like I said, I'm having a moment too where I'm like, are we even gonna be able to really see it from here? I know we ain't. I know Texas is like the like pot of gold spot to see it all, but I'm like, we're not too far and stuff. Like, you know, never know. John Buchanan says, I'd love to go kayaking in the mountains to get away from everyone. Honestly, yes, vibe. I can totally relate to that. I love kayaking. Like, it's weird. I've always been one of those people. Bear with me here. My bandmates usually always think I'm crazy, especially last year. Everybody loved going to the pool. I'm not like a huge pool person, but I love being in like lakes, rivers, that sort of thing. If somebody's like, oh, let's go hang out and swim in the pool, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't care. I could care less. You know, it's fun and stuff, but you know, it's not really my favorite thing to do. If somebody's like, let's go kayaking, let's go snorkeling, let's go, you know, do all this stuff in any big body of water, I'm like, yes, let's go, let's do it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. There's just something about it, especially kayaking. It's been one of my favorite like hobbies, outdoor activities to do since I was younger and stuff. Like, oh, it's just so much fun. And to answer John Strader's question, do I like to fish? I do. And I think one of the like cool things, I mean, I do enjoy fishing and everything, but one of my favorite things growing up was I practically grew up on Lake Pleasant and here in Arizona, and it was always so much fun because there's a particular cove tucked more on like the back end side. And it's actually in an area that they shut down when it's eagles mating season. And it was always so special to get in there before the eagles went into mating season, and they shut that part of the lake down. There was a particular cove that we would always go to, and I dubbed it Critter Cove when we were younger. And we would go like just swim through these tighter kind of little canals back into the mountains and go snorkeling and stuff, and you could see all the fish because it was like harder rocks. The water clarity was amazing, and as you got farther back, you know, kind of switch back into the mountains a little bit, you could see donkeys and all that sort of stuff. Like that lights me up. That's why if everybody's like, you want to go kayaking, you want to go snorkeling and stuff, the answer is 100% yes, because I love to see nature in its fullest. I love to see animals out and about doing their own things, especially here in Arizona. Like I say, Lake Pleasant particularly, like you can always go find like wild donkeys and stuff, and it makes my day. It makes my day. And kind of speaking of animals, I see Odell asking about what is this here on my necklace. It's actually a thunderbird. If you look really closely at it, I don't know if you can see all the details, but it technically is a thunderbird totem that's sitting here on my necklace. So yeah, lots and lots of fun. And John, is that my lucky cards in my hat? Honestly, yeah, like most of the games that we play, like card games in the family, we have one in particular that's called like Jokers and Marbles that we play. So stinking fun. If you haven't heard of it, go look it up. But having like a queen and a joker in your hand, solid. Solid, solid cards. I also am a huge Texas canasta player. I love, love, love canasta. So anybody who plays canasta, these right here, big boy points. Big boy points. All right. Love it. Let's see what other questions we got here too. Donald, yes, I did receive the present that you sent in the mail. Thank you so much. I loved everything in there. I thought it was so incredibly thoughtful and kind. I loved the necklace, and I just thought it was so pretty. So thank you so much for the gifts. I really do appreciate it. For those of y'all who send anything to like my P.O. box, and send fan mail, whether that's cards or letters or packages of any sort. It always makes my day to go pick them up. So thank you for thinking of me and going above and beyond to send stuff out my way. I do respond back to every letter and stuff that you guys send. So I appreciate that so very much. Jim says, I thought that was R2D2 on your necklace. Honestly, though, I wouldn't put it past myself to have something like that, but no, we're going a little bit more Western, a little bit more desert with the Thunderbird here. I love that. If somebody finds something like this, though, and it's got R2D2 on it, point me in the right direction. That is right up my alley. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Metrics. But my friend, that is surely as your alley. So maybe if you got any videos here on YouTube, I can go check them out. Maybe you could teach me a card trick or two. Oh, goodness. And Jim, yes, I did love the collage pictures that you made for my birthday. Thank you for those. I also loved, I saw like Kyle and a bunch of others post pictures and stuff from being at shows and whatnot as part of the birthday well wishes and everything too. So for those of y'all who did post on like Facebook and stuff like that or tag me in stories, thank you again for remembering me on my birthday and just being so lovely and supportive. I really, really do appreciate it. And, ooh, Kyle, you'll have to send me a picture of what shirt you're talking about, and I can maybe point in the right direction. I have a couple different cow shirts. So, oh wait, are you talking about the one I wore at the Florida show? I'll have to remember. I want to say it was Amazon, if I'm being real honest with you. But yeah, if it's that shirt from the Florida show last year, yeah, I think it was Amazon. So gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, goodness. And Dawn, great to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, my goodness. It's just been great. But like I said, lots of stuff going on, and especially now that we are getting, crazy to say, into April and we are just really like going and everything. Oh, so there's so much that we're going to be talking about in the next couple weeks between like new music announcements and tour dates, which, by the way, if you did not tune in to last Friday's broadcast, I was able to officially announce that we are playing the Washington State Fair, and that is taking place September 8th, which we are so stinking excited about, because it is our very first time ever playing in Washington State. So for my Washington State friends, that show and all of its information is up now on my website, on Bands in Town, wherever you like to go get your show information, it is there. So make sure to go check out all of the updates and stuff on that tour schedule, because we actually added a couple more on top of that. So make sure to go check out all those dates and details, again, via my website, ashleywineland.com. I'm so excited about it, Steven. I know it's amazing. It's wicked. I cannot wait. And on that nerd, where's the new merchandise at? I did give a little sneak peek preview to one of the new merchandise items that are going to be coming up on the website here very soon. So keep your eye out for that. We have a brand new logo, and I actually previewed a new logo hat, which if it didn't require me to get up and go walk halfway across the building to get it, I would show you now, but it is on its way. So thank you, by the way, for those of y'all who have seen the new logo and everything like that too. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I can't wait to show you all the like new merchandise and stuff too that we have coming out. And of course, if you are like Ashley, I really like want to get a hold of merch now, there is still merchandise available now from last year's stock. It's all super discounted, so you can get shirts as low as $10. I think like hats as low as $10 too. The I'm Gonna Ride album's $5, y'all. Holy cow. Like, it's a lot. It's just like super discounted. And of course, once these items are gone, they're not getting restocked. So if you want to get your hands on some merchandise now, and you want to get your hands on some merchandise that will never be reprinted and see the light of day again, there are truly limited editions at this point, you can go to my website, ashleywineland.com, under the store tab and check out everything there. So yeah. And Stephen, to answer your question, I would love to come up to Canada. I currently do not have any Canada dates on the calendar as of this moment, but you never know what might come down the pipeline later in the year. So, and I see a bunch of you guys that are like, Ashley, part of the new merchandise line, can there be a hoodie, please? I hear you. I hear you. We are looking at a ton of different options and stuff for shirts, hoodies, all that sort of stuff. So of course, as things come in, as I get stuff printed, I will let you know what is coming down the pipeline. But definitely new hats are on their way. And like I said, we're working on shirts and everything right now too. So do not lose hope. There's new merch coming out, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So with that being said, before I reveal any more deep dark secrets and things that I'm not supposed to tell you, I want to say thank you so much for being here today, tuning in with me to episode 24 of the Winelander Wednesday Roundup. It is so great to have you guys here. And of course, if you enjoyed this broadcast, make sure to, of course, give it a little thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Turn on your post notifications with the bell icon. That way you can be notified as soon as we go live so you don't miss out. And hopefully, if I don't see you on like the Facebook Live or anything else until then, I hope to see you back here next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time for another Winelander Wednesday Roundup. Have a great one, you guys. Bye!